What's going on, chat? I'm Teddy. I am a UK uni film student and I will be approaching my second year studying film. And to be honest, I can't lie with you. If we're keeping it real, I can't wait. I can't wait just to socialize with everyone again, learning in that environment and approaching new things with different techniques or different mindsets. And one of them is you don't have to do everything yourself. I'm studying film, so this is going to be from my experiences, but I'm sure this going to be applicable to any other subject. So in the summer, in the last 3 months, I injured myself playing RuneScape. I'm not going to get into that. However, through that time, I've had some realizations, some spiritual enlightenment, and one of them was, damn, I really don't need to overwhelm myself and do everything when it comes to making a film. What do I mean by that, and how am I going to apply it to my upcoming second year? It was kind of the introduction to the overall framework of the film industry. That included this thing called carousels, where we had to learn each department of the film. So that's camera, directing, lighting, script writing, sound, etc. And we had 3 weeks for each department. 3 weeks to learn Premiere Pro, to learn editing is not enough. It just isn't enough. 3 weeks to get the basis of script writing, 3 weeks to learn the basis and principles of directing, 3 weeks on sound. Bruh, like that is not enough, but I do understand where are you going to fit all these fundamentals in the curricula if you are the course leader. Like how are you going to fit all of that? I understand why it's in a rush time frame, but hearing other students' concerns such as I don't need this shit, or I don't need to learn this because I've got Netflix, or I don't need to learn this because I can shoot on my iPhone. Basically overlooking these key aspects, these departments, camera, lighting, sound, editing, like they're just saying, I don't need to learn this shit because I've edited a video before in the past on Premiere. I don't need to go to these 3 weeks. Now, I'm not blaming either the students or the course itself. Now, I can understand the side from both of them. The reasons why students neglect some aspects of learning is because they're overwhelmed. It's much easier to say, I don't need this shit, rather than coming out and saying, yeah, I'm a bit overwhelmed by 3 weeks of Premiere, and then once I get into the flow of that, we have to learn something completely different. Once I get in the hang of that, I'm learning something completely different. So I do get it from the way my uni course specifically was structured, but it was just a bit chaotic, right? So I do understand from the other students' perspective how much overwhelming it can be, and it hits home more when you make a friend in the beginning stages of the course, right? And 2 weeks later, they dropped out, which sucks because when you talk to these people, they have the most passion. They're doing a lot of things outside of university. They seem to have their shit together. But then you realize, as we keep carouseling, we're not actually gaining momentum. And again, because we're just throwing all these fundamentals of film, you are humbled quickly. But not only that, you are overwhelmed. As a student, you are overwhelmed because you feel like you need to learn. You do need to understand each pillar of film and how they interact with each other. However, I mentioned before is that, and you may have heard this as well, is that university doesn't teach people how to be successful. University teaches people how to be employees. When you feel like you need to have all the hats to do something creative, that's going to overwhelm you to the point where you don't do anything, where you just become inactive because there's just so much to learn. University, it doesn't make you smart, but it makes you good at the schooling system. Because the way they're teaching it, it's saying that you need to be doing everything. You need to be wearing all the hats. Bro, like that, if anything is gonna get you creatively drained faster, is that not it? So if you're a student that feels overwhelmed because of how much areas and fields within a topic there is, I think you have the rights. I feel like you have the rights to feel like this, because this is the people who dropped out. Like, they really have a creative spark. And again, I wish them the best outside of university. Uni teaches you how to be an employee, a very good employee, where not only do you have to wear all the hats, but you need to be doing this research and this essay on top of making a film where you're producing, directing, writing it, and editing it all yourself. But this is where we can flip it. University is the best time to work with other people. Everyone is down. Everyone is on the same creative path. And that's what I love about uni. Not the first place I've had where everyone was creatively on the same path, all with the same vision. This is your best time to communicate with other people. This is the best time to actually hone your team working skills. It doesn't happen when you get to the industry. It happens now in your small projects, in your groups of 4. Because if you can't even pattern the communication and the teamwork and the small projects, then what happens when you're on a project with 150 people? You need to build up the reps now. But that doesn't mean you need to be doing everything. As a scriptwriter, you may not necessarily need to know all the jargon of a camera or the ISO and stuff like that. As a scriptwriter, you need to be able to communicate your ideas. You need to be able to communicate what shots, what look, what feel you want. And if you don't understand the angles, if you don't understand the type of lenses give what effect, it's a lot harder for you to communicate your idea. It's a lot harder to actually bring your idea to life. Give people the platform to shine. You may notice this in a creative course. Everyone has so many ideas, so much ideas that they're shitting ideas out their ass. In my first year, I remember with myself and other people, we have an idea and weeks later, nothing comes to fruition. And months later, we just forget about it completely. It's a lot harder to produce ideas when you've got deadlines and essays to think about. But what if you're the one who provided the actors? You've already got the film treatment. You've already got the script already. And now the people who have ideas and the same creative passion as you, they're able to use your platform, to use your scripts, to elevate their own work. And then you also give them the chance to shine as well. When you're writing a script, when you're making a film, what help are you going to have for this bit? What help are you going to get on the production end? Who's going to be your editor? And knowing you have so much help surrounded by you, whether that's lecturers, people in the same creative field, maybe people in the same city, then that just puts the pressure off so much. So much. You need to be the one that brings the structure. That looks like having actors ready, a script, a location. In your projects, not everyone has to be doing research. Delegate someone for the research so the producer can just work on getting the relevant props, the locations and whatnot. But again, there needs to be structure. There needs to be roles and responsibilities. Your structure is the formula of how your idea is going to come to life. A big idea I got from the E-Myth Revisited by Michael E. Gerber, why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. People crave security and predictability and structure. People in this chaotic world, that's why a lot of people would prefer a 9-to-5 job than entrepreneurship. Because when they arrive at their 9-to-5 job, everything there is listed for them. All their roles, they know what to do. Their routine, it's already been handled by Big Brother. And that's why I really liked working at Starbucks, because I clock in and I didn't have to worry about anything about making coffee, because the structures, the instructions, everything, all the mental thinking has already been done for me. You get what I'm saying? So all I have to do is just come up and shine, essentially. Because Starbucks, Howard Schultz gave me the platform and they already thought it out, the structure, the routine. They've already done the headache. They've already done the headache for me. So my job now is just to come in, flirt with a waitress and just chill, serve coffee, talk to people. It was quite sick for a job. But what I'm trying to say is that everyone has ideas, but more time they're going to be overwhelmed to even pursue those ideas. So what you need to do is be the guy who comes up and provides. Everyone wants to work on a film, but they get overwhelmed because they feel like they need to do it themselves. They need to do everything themselves. So if you just come up and give a plan, the script, the film treatment, what's the purpose of this film? Who is the target audience? If you provide that, bro, like, people are gonna love you because they have a platform now provided by you. You've gave them a platform for them to shine. Not also are you relieving stress and roles from yourself. You don't have to wear all these hats and you don't have to do everything yourself. You're now giving people the opportunity to shine. To shine. You're providing the structure and the predictability and the comfort and the safety because of your planning. You're providing that into the world. You're offering this into the world of chaos. People are gonna come running to you. You're giving people opportunities here. You don't have to do everything. Remember that if you feel overwhelmed, I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. The way this whole schooling system's been structured, I don't blame you. You're doing well, King. I can't lie. Until next time, love.